Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Folks, this is an emergency live. We have broken down below our support level here on Bitcoin. We were expecting this on Friday. We weren't expecting it. Well, we were expecting it and we were prepared for it. Okay, if you guys were on the live on Friday, we took a position here on IBIT, which is the Bitcoin ETF. So as soon as we saw that red dot there on Bitcoin, we knew that we could potentially break down here, right? We caught this. This was earlier in the week. This was like Thursday or Friday. So yes, we did get a green dot right here at 85, and we said, hey, if Bitcoin can hold on to 80, it's going to be bullish. But we broke, right? There's no way to truly tell. These signals are not 100% all the time. Okay, sometimes they go green, red, green. Okay, the best thing we could do right now is just sitting on our hands, folks, doing nothing. Okay, you don't have to do anything right now. If you shorted, okay, because you got the signal, congratulations. We're going to make some money on the way down if we continue to correct. But what you're seeing here on Bitcoin is it's right here into 74,000, which is actually where we bounced right here in April. So I was looking at that $80,000 level. They punched it through it. So again, the best thing we can do right now, folks, is literally sit on our hands and wait for another green dot to come. If that comes down here at 60, great. We'll close that short position that we took, that put, right? We bought the May 15th $40 puts. So when the market opens on Monday, right, IBIT, which is the Bitcoin ETF, okay, the Bitcoin Trust ETF, when Bitcoin goes down, so does the ETF. So we'll be able to make money on the way down in this put. And I'm kind of kicking myself for not buying more. I still bought a pretty decent amount, and I still think those could do really good, especially if we come down here to 60. But, folks, the best thing we could do right now is sit on our hands. Look at all these names. I'm still holding all of these names, okay? We're still bullish all the way up, okay? We're long-term bullish, but in the short term, right, we are correcting. We saw that with the red dot get called out right here earlier in the week, okay? If you guys don't believe me, you can come over here and see it, okay, inside of the weekly alerts. Okay, we called this out. The Bitcoin was called out right. I think it was on Thursday when we called that out. So we were waiting to see where it was called out. It was going to be up here. Yeah, Bitcoin right here. It was actually last Sunday we called that out. Okay, 125. 125 was when that was called out. So what does that mean? That means we need to be prepared for things to go lower. Okay, and again, you can be prepared by shorting, by hedging, okay? If you know how to trade options, you can make money on the way down and the way up. So that was like an insurance trade, okay? And I got a few other short positions. I'm excited to see where they open up at on Monday. You guys know we shorted silver at the absolute top. Silver, we literally took a short at 117, and it went all the way down here to 74, 75. So that will be interesting on Monday. And then the other short position I have is SOXS. So this is the semiconductor ETF, but it's a bearish ETF. So when semiconductors go up, this thing goes down. Okay, and you can see that semiconductors have just been absolutely ripping. Semiconductors are names like NVIDIA, things like that, right? They've been going up, 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 up. But SOXS has been going down, 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 except right here back in April. This thing was trading up here at $50 back here in April, and that is when, right, the markets were selling off hard on tariffs. Okay, April was back here. Okay, April, March was back here, right? That the NVIDIA and AMD and all those names were at the lows, but guess what? This was going up. So I like to short names. It's important to short names to have insurance to the downside, right? In case we do get a surprise like today in crypto, like Friday on silver, right? There's never no way to be 100% sure when where the market's going, right? But if you look at things from a historical perspective, you look at like the S&P 500, okay? If you zoom out, over time it goes up, right? It doesn't go down, it goes up. Yeah, there's going to be little dips, little pullbacks, right? Corrections like you're seeing today. But over time, right, people step in, the bulls, the people who have been on the sidelines forever, they're like, wow, look at these prices. Like, look at SUI down here. Okay, look at SUI down here right now. SUI is back here at 2024 lows, so it's at about a year and a half low. Okay, the low from 2023 was at 40 cents. Are we going to get there? I don't know, right? We can't sit here and we can't think. We could very well reverse next week and go right back up. Anything can happen. The best thing we can do right now, folks, all we can do, sit on our hands. If you want to sell down here, all the power to you. Right? All the power to you. I'm not selling any of my long positions. Okay. I might sell some of these stocks that I don't really care too much about on Monday, like maybe Oxy or STLA, right, to raise more cash. I might cut losses on Snapchat and then roll into something like Chainlink and just keep building my position, right? We were buying Chainlink right here at 12. Well, now it's down here at 9. Okay, did I buy it at 12 to sell it at 9? No, I didn't, right? And look what happened back here, right? We had this big liquidation event, and by the way, today is the third largest liquidation event. Okay, let me go to Twitter here. I'm sorry, it is the 10th largest. This is the 10th largest liquidation event. A liquidation event is when people who use leverage to trade, right? People who are not smart with crypto, okay, they get liquidated. Okay, we don't use leverage in crypto, meaning we can never be liquidated, right? We can hold all the way. If Chainlink goes to $1, it doesn't matter. We're holding all the way down, right? And people who use leverage, though, they get wiped out. So you can see $2.5 billion worth of leveraged longs have been liquidated in crypto in the last 24 hours. This makes today the 10th largest liquidation event in history, okay? And I put a little blurb out over here for you guys, too. I said the 10th largest liquidation event in history. This is why we don't trade crypto with leverage. Two things. If you're selling down here, you're not doing it right. If you're panicking today and selling, you're not doing it right, right? Nothing goes down forever. The best thing to do right now is nothing, or simply buy more. If you have cash, I'd be praising God right now, right? I do have some cash on the sideline, and I'm going to average down when I think the time is right. I mean, over time, I don't think these are bad prices, right? If you think out like 1-2 years, maybe 6 months from now, folks, it doesn't matter if you buy it at 12 or if you buy it at 9 if it goes back to 30, right? It won't matter in the end if you're buying it at 12 or buying it down here at $9. It won't matter when the price goes back to 25 to 30. If you're buying an asset, you should think it's going to go back to its highs, right? I think Chainlink will be trading back up here between $25 and $30 one day. When is that going to be? Well, it's not going to be tomorrow or next week. Okay, it's going to be in the future, right? We're investors. We're investing for the prices in the future. And like I said, if it goes back to 30, I'm not going to care if I bought it at 12 or 9. Okay, that's what a lot of people are having a hard time understanding right now. Everyone's so concerned with this short-term price action. Folks, we are like farmers. I tell you guys that all the time. We have to think of ourselves when we're investing like farmers. Okay, farmers, there is a season to plant and there is a season to harvest. Okay, if you're panicking down here, I mean, look, Chainlink went all the way down here to $8 in August of 2024. That was about a year and a half ago. Chainlink went to $8. What did it do when it hit $8? It got ripped right back up. And then what did it do? It went to the absolute moon, okay, from $8 all the way up to 30. So if you're the person that's panic selling right down here, okay, that's probably why you've never made money in the markets before, because you're getting emotional. We think about things with a logical perspective, folks. Right now, open up Twitter and tell me if people are excited, okay? People are excited when prices are going parabolic. People are scared and uncertain and worried when things are going down. This is not time to sell. Warren Buffett says you want to buy when there's blood in the streets. Buy when everyone else is panicking, right? That's our key. That's the goal, folks. It's not complicated. Okay, if you're emotional today, I am actually happy. I am like joyful right now that prices are going lower. Okay, why is that? Because I've been bored. Okay, we have gone sideways. Look at this. We hit this low here in November at $12. We haven't moved in 3 months. Like, I am on here making the videos every day. We haven't moved in 3 months. Now at least we got some action, right? Now at least we got some action, okay? Unfortunately, it's to the downside and not the upside, but right, that doesn't matter. We should be excited if our name is going down. If you're not excited when the name that you're buying is going down, you're doing it wrong, okay? You should be excited when things go down, because that means, right, money's going to come in. It's going to hit a level, right? There's big buyers, billionaires and trillionaires that have their limit orders. If you guys don't know what a limit order is, it's where they set a price. So, for example, like Chainlink, like I bet you there's a bunch of limit orders right now sitting at probably that $8 level. Why is it sitting there? Well, that's because that's where they were sitting about a year and a half ago. And we hit the level and then we ripped. So again, if you're going to panic, if you're going to sell, if you're going to, be scared, just understand you're playing into the smart money's hand. They want you scared. They want you to panic. They cannot buy unless you're selling, right? If I'm a billionaire banker right now and I want to buy a bunch of crypto or a bunch of silver or a bunch of gold, how do I buy it? I have to get the little guys, the little sheep, right, to sell, to panic, to be scared, okay? And then what do? I go in and I buy all the panic, okay? And then what happens? Whoop-de-doo, okay? And then all the sheep, the little guys are coming back in up here at the highs because they're like, oh, right, well, maybe this is a good time to buy because everyone's excited. No, if everyone's excited, you should be scared. That is when you should be scared, is when everyone's excited. I don't know how many of you guys were telling me, hey, is it a good time to buy Chainlink up here at $24, $28? I don't know how many messages I was getting. Is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late? We were buying Chainlink down here, guys. We were buying Ethereum down between $1,500 and $2,000, okay? Down in this range, down here, back in March, okay? People were laughing, okay? People were laughing at me. Ethereum was the joke of the market back here in April. But if you bought with us down here, that was one of our largest trades last year. That was a beautiful trade, okay? And it's going to be the same exact thing. People are going to be scared. They're going to be, right? It's going to be over. It's just like silver and gold. Everyone's talking about silver and gold up here at 120. It goes down to 85 the next day, and dead silence, right? You got radio silence. No one's talking about silver anymore because it just got smoked, because it got overran, right? Silver was up here in new paradigm territory. Oh, China's buying it. Oh, like, why is that bullish? Why is China getting involved with something bullish? Okay, that's never a good thing when China's involved. Okay? And again, up here is when people are excited. Down here is when people are scared. So you got to ask yourself, are you buying in times of despair when everyone's running for the hills, right? The times just suck, right? It's not fun. It's not a good time. People are panicking. Nothing's exciting, right? I got everybody on Twitter telling me how wrong I was, yada, yada, yada. It's fine. I get it. I was wrong in the short term. This last round of dots that we got, wrong, but when? Wrong in the short term. This dip is not going to last forever. Okay, if anything, I'm excited. I'm excited to buy more when we get another signal. If that comes down here at $7, $8, wonderful. I will buy more once I get the signal. Again, I'm a long-term swing trader. Okay, my typical time frame for trades is 1 to 6 months. So if I bought right here on December 29th, okay, I am 1 month into my plan. Okay, and again, I have a free trading course over here if you guys want to watch it just to learn about our indicators and our approach. But again, 1 to 6 months, meaning if I buy and it goes down the first month, am I going to panic? Am I going to sell? Am I going to run away? No, because I'm 1 to 6 months out. Okay, I need to give it another 5 months, and once we get to the 6 month time frame, if we're not where we need to be, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to create another plan and continue to average into the assets. So if you're buying assets when everyone's panicking, folks, you're doing it right. So congratulations to everyone that shorted Bitcoin with us on Friday. We did that right before the close, okay, because we closed with a red dot here. So again, hey, red dot, what does that mean? That means, hey, this is a potential that we could go down. And what are we doing today? We're going down. So, right, buying this green dot, you were wrong in the short term. Okay, I don't know where this thing's going to dip to. We're going to just keep an eye on it. We're going to continue to monitor it. I told you guys if 80,000 breaks, we're going to be watching for 60. Okay, and if it comes down to 60, I really don't think it's going to be down there very long. I don't think it's going to last very long because, like I said, there's people on the sidelines right now wanting to get in. So the best thing we can do, all we can do, if you guys are following our strategy, if you're approaching the market like us, if we get a red dot, okay, again, you can short, you can hedge, you can do whatever you think is right. Okay, I chose to hedge. I chose to buy that put on the Bitcoin ETF. So I am going to make money off of the put. If you guys don't know what a put is, I have a course. It's the options course is not free in the Discord. The options are more advanced. Okay, I have 2 free courses over here in the Discord for you guys: the DeFi course and the trading course. The option course does cost money because options are very risky. Okay, it's not for the beginner investor. That's why I put a premium on it, because I think you really have to be invested and you really have to want to learn and understand the markets before you start trading options. But it's not rocket science, right? That red dot came and we bought a put, meaning when this goes down, we're now going to make money all the way down. And then when we hit our target with that put, okay, what can we do? We sell the put, and then we can either buy a call or we can take our profits from making money off of it going down and buy something else like Chainlink. I can buy more Chainlink down here at $9 because I bought here at $12 or $13. Does that make sense? What am I thinking on major altcoins? I think these prices are a gift. I still think these prices are a gift. I mean, we can watch the total 3 here. The total 3 is the total market cap of everything minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So think of this as like XRP, Solana, Chainlink, ADA, Cardano, right? All of the altcoins, Polkadot, Cetus, Uniswap, everything put together. Oh my God, look at Uniswap right now, dude. Wow, these prices are insane. Okay, but what can we do? We can watch this and we can watch for a green dot. Again, as long as we're buying down here below this white line, we're doing our job, guys. When this blue wave is down here below the white line, it shouldn't matter what happens in the short term, dude, because we know we're in despair, right? We know we're down here. It's a fact. Okay, how do I know we're in despair? Well, most names pull back 50, 60% from the highs. Okay, you can look at the total 3 here, and you can see this thing pulled back from 1.1 trillion all the way down here to around 740 billion. Okay, so that's a 40% correction on the broader market. Can this thing come down to 600 billion? Yes. All we do, if you're following our strategy, all we do right now, sit on your hands. If you shorted, congratulations. You're probably going to make some money here over the next couple days, but I don't think this dip is going to last long. Okay, we could grind it all the way out down here to 600, but once we get to that spot and once we get another green dot, okay, that'll be the time to add. That is what I'm waiting for. Chainlink, what do I want to see? I want to see a green dot. Okay. Uniswap, what do I want to see? Look at the Uniswap price right now, dude. So we're sitting right now at the 2022 low. So this is the lowest price in 3.5 years. You're buying Uniswap at the lowest price in 3.5 years. So is it logical, right? We think logically here, okay? We don't think emotionally, okay? Is it logical to sell something at the lowest price in 3.5 years? Is it logical to sell right now? No. The logical thing to do right now, folks, I'm telling you, I said it in that Twitter post, okay? It's to do nothing. Just don't do anything. Go outside, take a breath, bring some fresh air in, go take your mom or your dad or somebody out to breakfast, you know, and just enjoy, right? We're not in sell territory, okay? We're not anywhere near harvesting season. Again, we're farmers. We are planting down here and harvesting up here, okay? You're not going to dig your seeds up right after you plant them, okay, to check and see if they're growing every day. You're not going to dig the seed up every day in your garden and say, oh, are you growing? Are you growing? No. There's going to be a time that comes when this wave comes back up here that we're going to sell. As of right now, this is short-term pain for the long-term gain. They're getting out all the weak hands, flushing out all the leverage. You guys saw. This is the 10th largest liquidation event in history. The 10th largest, meaning since the market's been around, since crypto has been around since 2008, this is the 10th worst liquidation event in history. Okay? So there's actually been dips that were worse than this. Okay? I mean, this is how the market moves. This is how the market operates. So, I mean, you could see right here, right? We're over leveraged longs being flushed. Okay? So again, this is the market, guys. If you just expect your investments are just going to go straight up and to the right all the time, I'm sorry to be the devil's advocate, but it's not realistic, okay? Our goal here is to buy and hold. We're not day traders. We're not worried about short-term price action, okay? We're not worried about anything else but the charts, but the data. We know that people are afraid, people are scared, people are fearful right now. We know that, okay? Go look at the fear and greed index. Okay, what does Warren Buffett say? He says buy when people are fearful, sell when they're greedy. Does he say sell when people are fearful? Does he say panic and sell everything when people are fearful? No, I don't think he said that. I don't think he said that. Okay, he says buy. Okay, buy when people are fearful. If you don't have anything to buy and you're holding, just do nothing. It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to sit on your hands and do absolutely nothing. It's totally fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, some of the best investors in the world will tell you that the best investors are really good at doing nothing. Doing nothing, okay? Why would you panic sell an altcoin like Uniswap down here at the 2022 low? It's 2026, folks. You could see on the chart from the data, this is the lowest price in 3.5 years. Why would you panic? Why would you sell right now? If anything, I wouldn't even be watching this live stream. I'd be out probably trying to drive Uber or do something to find a way to make more money so I could just keep adding to my bags right now. These prices are a gift, folks. These prices are a gift, okay? Unless cryptocurrency is the biggest scam ever, which it's not. It's here to stay. There's too much money to be made. It's not going anywhere. Again, Chainlink was down here at $8 back in July. What did it do? It hit 8. It came up, and then it ripped up to 30. Again, is it going to matter if you bought it at 12 or 9 if it goes back to 30? Will it matter? Will it matter, guys? Will it matter if you bought something at 12 or 9 if it goes to 30? Will you really care when it's back up at 30? Will you really care when it's back up here? The answer is no. The answer is no. You're not going to care. Is it going to make a difference? It'll make a little bit of a difference. But one to matter? No. I mean, if you're buying it at 9, and I'm not saying buy right now. I don't know where it's going to bottom. It could have bottomed already today. Okay, we could reverse and go back up next week. I don't know. What I want to see is a green dot on the chart. I want to see another green dot to tell me, hey, this is right, a potential reversal to the upside. These dots are very accurate. The ones with the wave below the white line is where we buy. Okay, those are the ones we want to load up on. Okay, when this wave is down here, okay, we know that we've capitulated. We know we've pulled back 50, 60% from the highs. Look at Chainlink was up here at 28. We were selling Chainlink up here between 20 and 28. Okay, we were selling. We were taking profits. Why? Because we were up here. Okay, and now look where it's at. Okay, 67% down from the high. So again, back in August, everyone was like, hey, is it too late to buy Chainlink? Is it too late to buy Chainlink? Is now a good time to buy Chainlink? Now, what is it? What are people saying? Oh my gosh, it's over, right? That's when we want to buy. When people, not when everyone's asking, hey, is it a good time to buy still? Is it a good... No, when people are freaking the hell out, that's when we want to load up, dude. And people are freaking out today. Okay, I mean, this is a 10 to 20% dip. If you guys are new to crypto, a 20% dip in crypto is nothing. Okay, it is a nothing burger. It means nothing. So, in my opinion, this is the dip before the rip. This is the big liquidation event. Again, the 10th largest liquidation event in history. You guys saw that over there on X. Again, I shared that post. The 10th largest liquidation event in history. Okay, the 10th largest liquidation event in crypto history. The 10th largest. Since 2008, this is the 10th largest liquidation event. What is a liquidation event? It's when all the longs get wiped out. Everyone who had leverage in the market is wiped out. If you guys follow traders that show you how big a leverage that they trade with, okay, they're probably wiped out today. They're probably wiped out, okay? We don't trade crypto with leverage. We can never be liquidated. We're going to hold forever, okay, as long as it takes to get back up here, okay? If you don't trade with leverage, you can never be liquidated. Charlie Munger, who was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, he said there's 3 ways to go broke in life. Okay? 3 ways to go broke. 3 L's. Starts with 3 L's. Liquor, ladies, and leverage. Okay? Those are the 3 ways to go broke. I just thought that was funny. So, yeah. I have never recommended buying crypto with leverage. Crypto is the most volatile asset in the world. Okay, a lot of people get started with trading in crypto, and crypto is a very volatile asset. You could watch your portfolio go down 50% in a day. You could watch it happen. Right? So, again, that's just where we're at, folks. That's just where we're at. How's everyone doing? What do you guys got going on in the chat? I'm not here to preach at you guys or anything like that, but again, it's just the state of the market. It's where we're at. You know, in the short term, off these green dots, yeah, we were wrong. But guess what? Okay, we're not out. Why? Because we're not panicking. We're not selling. You only lose if you sell. It's only recorded as a loss if you sell. Okay, so that's just it. What's up, Eric? Yeah, leverage free, baby. We're in the game, dog. We're in the game. While everyone else is getting wiped out, right? While all those leverage longs are getting wiped out, and I mean, it sucks, but, you know, you got to learn your lesson. And, yeah, I mean, this is it, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not worried at all right now, folks. I'm actually very excited right at this moment. Like, I'm very happy. You know, my portfolio's not happy, but I am, because I know that the big dip is going to result in an even bigger move higher. Okay, I mean, nothing's 100%, but, I mean, if you zoom out, look over time, right? Everything has always rebounded to the upside. It's always gone back up. And if we get to buy stuff like Chainlink down here below $10, it's a gift, dude. Like I said, it ain't going to matter if we bought it at 12 or bought it at 9 if it goes back to 30. Does that make sense? No crypto is having a green dot right now. Nothing. Okay, we took that short. If you guys missed yesterday's live stream, we took the short on Bitcoin. So that Bitcoin short is going to make money if you guys took it. What can you do when we stop dipping? You can sell the short. You can get out of the put, right? We played the $40 IBIT put. Okay, I wish I would have doubled my position. I almost did, but I did this on stream, so I didn't really. It's hard for me to execute trades and think about things as I'm live, just because it's, you know, I'm doing it on the live, but I'm also like trying to think about, hey, what's logical. But this is still gonna make money, dude. If this goes 10x, if this goes to $10, like if Bitcoin goes down to 60, this thing will probably be trading at $10. Well, that $2,500 with options is gonna turn into like 25,000. If Bitcoin keeps going down. So what can I do? I can then take my profits on the put, right? Because we can make money both ways. We make money both ways, whether it goes down or up here at Overkill Trading. Okay, and I could take my profits when Bitcoin gets back down here. If it gets back down here to 60 again, Bitcoin can reverse and go the other way tomorrow, guys. We're down what? What are we down today on Bitcoin? 10%? 7%? I mean, Bitcoin can be up 15% tomorrow, and we're back. The party started, you know? There's no way to really tell, right, when the dip is going to stop. The best thing that I found that indicates it is a green dot, right, is the signal that we get. Yeah, and yeah, you said you can't wait for the meltdown you said you can't wait for the meltdown on Friday. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how these SOXL, SOSX. So this is a short on. This is a short on. This is a short on semiconductors, right? So we opened this one a couple weeks ago, and again, I normally play shorts just as an insurance policy. So if stocks get hammered on Monday and next week, this thing is gonna absolutely fly. So you could see this again. This is why I'm not worried, because I had insurance in place. I had short positions in place. Is my portfolio gonna go down overall? Yeah, but it's not gonna go down as bad as it would if I didn't have shorts open. So once these shorts get to a spot where I want to close them, I'm gonna take profits on my shorts, and then what can I do? Then I can rotate back into names at a lower price, right? So if I'm shorting Bitcoin all the way down from, oh man, I got a new computer, so I'm still getting used to all the commands and stuff. So if I short Bitcoin all the way down to 60, and then I sell those puts, and then I go in with calls, or I just buy Bitcoin in general, right? That's called hedging the market, right? Hedging the market. And when we see the red dot, we got to be cautious, right? That is a potential reversal to the downside, right? That is a potential signal that, hey, we could break support right here and go down. And what did we do? Yes, we went down. And I showed you guys, this was called out on the 25th. That was last Sunday in the Discord, okay? We call out all the signals over here, dude. All of them, okay? Bitcoin was right here. Look at Bitcoin at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. last week. Okay, or yeah, it was last Sunday, January 25th at 4 p.m. That was called out. So what does that mean? We need to make some logical decisions. Okay, what makes sense? Could you have sold? Could you have taken profits or cut losses? Yes, you could have cut losses. Okay, I personally am not selling anything at these levels. I just think it's stupid. Like it's a death sentence. Okay, normally what happens is a big dip before we get the big rip. Okay, I remember back in April, back here in on Ethereum, okay, look at this. Okay, we went sideways for almost 2 months, and then we had this 3-day sell-off where it went down like 15%. What happened? We got a green dot right there, and we went to the absolute sky. So I think today is a good thing. It's the volatility is coming, right? I have been bored with crypto, guys. We have not gone anywhere in 3 months. Right, at least now we got some action. Now there's some volatility. Now that means the moves are going to start happening. Right, we've been doing nothing since November. We bottomed in November, and we've gone sideways for 2 months. Okay, at least now we got some action. We finally got some movement. Okay, and yes, we all would have liked it to be back to the upside direction, but it went down. And again, when things go down, look at Ethereum. Okay, if you panic sold Ethereum down here at 1,500, okay, and didn't play this dot, you missed out on a huge trade last year. Ethereum was one of our best trades last year. We played options on this and made like 400 or 500%. Okay, we made a ton of money on Ethereum last year. And we're going to get another setup similar to this, okay, very soon. Okay, again, all we're doing right now is waiting for a green dot. Yep. So you got the YouTube expert. Everyone's the bear market, the bear market. I love it, man. So what do you do in a bear market? Like, it's just so funny that people want to be right or wrong. Like, it cracks me up that people want to beat their chest and say how they were right or wrong. You're only right for a short period of time, right? No matter what, because eventually we bottom out and go the other way. That's just how the markets work. So if you want to sit here and tell everyone how right you are, go show your short positions. Show us your short positions that you took here. I just showed you mine. I got this one here that's pretty much at a break even right now. We had iBit. Okay, we took this on Friday on the stream. If you guys were not on the stream on Friday, we took this on the stream. We shorted Bitcoin. So again, I don't get overly bullish. I don't get overly bearish. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You'll buy ETH under 2K? Maybe. Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you can get it under 2K, praise God, man. I might look to buy it on the next green dot. I'm not really interested in Ethereum though. My biggest holding is Link. So I'm really excited to buy Link here off the next signal. I mean, I'm just going to get a lower cost. And again, it ain't going to matter if you bought it at 12 or bought it at 9 if it goes back to 30. You're not going to care when it's back at 30. You're going to be up big, okay? If you bought it at 12 and it goes back to 30 or back to 28, that's 130%. Okay? If you're buying it down here at 9, that's 215%. So yes, it's going to make a difference, but not one big 130% trade is a really good trade. Okay? 212% is really good. So, yeah, I don't trade leverage on crypto. I trade leverage with stocks, but not crypto. But seriously, don't buy now. Also, not a green dot. Wait till Bitcoin is at 70,000 minimal. We will go much lower. No buying ETH until before 2K. Okay. Sure, whatever you say. I'm just going to wait for the green dot. That's all I really care about. I don't try to do a price prediction. Price predictions are for squares. They're just, you can look at levels, right? I could sit here and say, hey, Chainlink bounced right there at $8. Okay, that's probably a good place to maybe add some, but ultimately we're just playing the signals, dude. If you buy it at 12 and buy it at 8, your average cost is 10. So we just dollar cost average. Again, there's no way, right, to time the exact bottom or the exact top. Okay, there's no way to time the exact bottom or the exact top. If anyone tells you they could do it, they're stupid. Okay, they're lying to you. Our goal is to get close. Right, like I said, it ain't gonna matter if we're buying Chainlink at 12 or 9 if it goes back to 30. Okay, we want to get close, right? We don't want to sell up here. Don't wait for this. Okay, you want to sell into it, into the top. Okay, timing the top, timing the bottom, that'll get you broke. These green dots are a very good way to get you close. Okay, and again, our strategy is to buy when this wave is down here, give it a green one, just like it did here at 11 back in April, and to sell up here. Okay, that's our strategy. You look at the chart, you could see every time that happened, every time we've came down here in the past and gotten green dots, it's been a time to buy. Okay, time to buy, time to buy. You were buying Chainlink down here at 5, it went up to 22, that was a 400% move. What were you doing up here? You were selling, you were taking profits and either sitting cash or rotating into a different asset class. Exactly. Jeff says we're really not going to care when Link goes to 100 someday. Yeah, it's not going to matter if you bought it at 9 or 12 if it goes to 100. So, what else you guys got? What else you got? Okay, if we can get this stream to 150 likes, guys, I'll give away 100 XRP here before I sign off. We need another about 70 likes. If you guys want 100 XRP, get this video to 150 likes here. But by the time we sign off here, I probably got to. Well, I'll stay on here as long as you guys are around here. I mean, as long as you guys are on the stream. If you guys got questions or chart requests, go ahead and drop them. I'll take some chart requests here from the thread. We can look at names. We can look at Ethereum. We can look at Solana. We can look at whatever you guys want to look at. Just let me know. Okay? All we're doing is just identifying support levels and plans of action. Right? Again, Chainlink came down there to 8. What's Ethereum doing? Ethereum, again, we were watching that $2,500 level. It broke. That means there was a lot of stop losses, right? A lot of leveraged longs that took positions here. Again, not us. We don't trade crypto with leverage. Okay, and now we're getting it lower. So you can see there's also a demand zone down here from June 16th, right there around 2,000. So I think YouTube expert just said that. So 2,000 is a good level for Ethereum. Over time, it's a good level. So all we can do right now is just sit on our hands and wait for another round of green dots. Okay, to look to average back in. Okay, and if you have short positions, right, these are all going to go up on Monday. All of my short positions are going to be flying on Monday. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate, right? When I get my sell signals, I'm going to rotate out of these names, and I'm going to rotate into things like Chainlink and Uniswap and just simply keep buying more shares. We're hedging the market, right? We're making money on the way down and on the way up. I see one for SUI. So I took a position on SUI at 135, I think it was. It's down to 110. I'm down 25 cents, right? Sell everything, panic, and go do something else. No, we're not doing that. I told you guys, SUI could very well go to $1. Okay, so once again, you got the red dot right there. What are we doing? Okay, when we get the next green one, we will simply just average down on our position when it makes sense. So again, if you bought at 130 or $1, is it really going to matter if it goes back to 5? It won't. You won't care. I'm telling you, you won't. I got ZSL before the silver crash. Yeah, that thing printed. Yeah, that was a big trade for us yesterday. I was surprised it actually wasn't up more, but I think by the way the market's selling off right now, I really think silver could come down to 60. I really think we could come back down here into the moving average there, that blue line. Okay, I think that could happen sometime next week, probably $60. But again, anything can happen. These markets are so volatile, it's insane. But you can just see how every indicator is saying, hey, we've topped out, we've topped out, we've topped out. Okay, we literally shorted this right at 117. I mean, it was probably one of my best trades ever. I mean, it was just beautiful, man. And look what it did. Boom, all the way down to 74 2 days later. And I'm targeting 60. I will close that ZSL short out if next week we hit 60 or even 50. I'd love for it to come down to 50. That's the biggest drop in history for silver. Okay, gold, same thing. Biggest drop in history ever. Okay, and I've been saying, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but again, it's very easy to understand once you guys learn technical analysis. If you guys have been around for a while, I have a free course over there. Again, when we get that far off the moving averages, that's when you start taking profits, okay? We don't want to buy up here way off of the average, okay? That's the yearly average price for gold. It's at 3,700. That's the average over 50 weeks, right? That's the mean, okay? We don't like to buy when things are way up off the mean. This is when we sell. This is when we take profits and we rotate. This is when we want to buy, okay? And down here up against the mean is when we want to buy. But we're never buying off of that white line. Okay, that far extended. So, does anyone need their driveway cleared? I'm trying to make some money. Dude, it hasn't even snowed here where I'm at this year. It's been really weird. But I would definitely hire you if I did need some snow removed. What else we got? H-bar. H-bar is sinking. So next target for H-bar, I liked it here at 10 cents. The next target I'd look to buy it, well, of course, is a green dot, but that thing could come all the way down to 5 cents. 5 cents is where we were back here in 2024 before we rocket shipped up to 40. Again, is it going to matter if we buy it at 10 or 5 if it comes back up here to 30 or 40? It really won't. Okay, you'll make a lot more money if you buy it down here at 5. Like, this is like gift prices. If you were buying H-bar at 5 cents back in November, okay, you were extremely happy when it went to 40 cents. So, again, we're just coming back into these support levels. Okay, again, all we're doing right now is sitting on our hands, waiting for the next round of green dots to simply buy more. We don't give up. We're not going to give up and run away and get scared here. All right, these prices we got to think of as a gift. Yeah, I had a talk with my wife today too. I guess her grandpa was telling her how everything's going down, and that's just what the market does. So again, next green dot, we'll get another signal. Okay, and we'll be ready to average down and build our positions over time. And then we will just hold until we come back up into harvesting season. Okay, this is where we're harvesting. This is where we're planting. If we're thinking of ourselves like farmers, we're planting down here and harvesting up here. Yeah, if you guys don't have the trading indicators, you guys can get those over here in the Discord. Just come over here to the trading indicator tab. Click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads right up into your trading view account. So your screen's going to look exactly like my screen. You guys are going to get all the indicators. You'll get my entire trading layout. Again, your screen will look exactly like my screen. It's a couple clicks and boom, you're dialed in. If you guys want to learn more about our strategy and about the indicators that we use, I do have a free trading course right here. Okay, just go to the trading course tab, completely free. Okay, it's right here on YouTube. What levels am I eyeing for Pyth? I bought that one last week at 6 cents. So I think 5 cents looks good here. Again, it has a red dot, so simply we're just going to wait for another green dot to potentially average down. But I think that one's going to have a hard time at 5 cents. I think that one's going to have a really hard time at 5 cents. What else we got? Yeah, you need a TradingView subscription to use the indicators. So you only need the essential plan, which is the first plan. I think it's like $12 a month or something like that. Can I do SPY and QQQ? SPY. Yeah, I mean, SPY is way up here. Like, stocks could definitely correct. This was the correction in April from Trump's tariffs. You guys see that big sell-off? Boom. If we get this over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be freaking out. I'm going to be really happy. Because, again, we have that short position on SOXS. And you guys saw what that did in April, right? I mean, this thing went from... Look at this move. This thing went from... where was it? It was down here at 15. It went all the way up to 50. That was like a 300% move, right? And then it sold all the way off. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind if the markets take another correction. I am positioned in the portfolio with shorts that I think will make a lot of money if the market does decide to correct. And QQQ as well. It's at all-time highs. We don't want to buy stuff at all-time highs. The level I'd be watching on QQQ is 600. If 600 cracks, we could see that bigger, broader correction down here like we did back in April when everyone was panicking. Again, if you were buying in April when everyone was panicking down here, back in April when Trump was talking about China and all, you guys remember that? I mean, if you were around, you guys remember. I mean, it was turmoil. Everyone was freaking out, not having a good time, right? And this thing just sank to the floor, right? If you bought right there, you made a ton of money last year. So, again, we just trade the signals. I would not be buying the QQQ here. I am not a fan of the QQQ or the SPY because, again, we're way up right now. Normally when we go up like this, we have a correction. We have a correction, and that could very well happen here. And, again, hopefully you're positioned and prepared for what is to come. And, again, we could have a green day on tomorrow, and these cryptos could go right back up. Okay, DOT could be down 10% today and up 20% tomorrow. Okay, it's just how the market moves. So all we can do now is wait, right? Sit on our hands, wait for a green dot. When we get it, we'll be able to move, okay? Logical decisions here, okay? Logical decisions here, not emotional decisions. We are logical traders here. We think logically. We don't think emotionally. I was telling you, I've been telling you guys to sell silver since $80. So it did go up to 120. Okay, I was wrong again. I was wrong in the very short term. Right, I was telling you guys to sell right here at 80. It had a little 2-week pump up to 120, but now it's back right where I told you guys to sell it. So again, being wrong in the short term is okay in my book. I don't care about the next couple of weeks. I'm looking months out. I'm looking 1 to 6 months out. Where are we going to be in June, July? Where are prices going to be in June, July? Do you think we're just going to keep dipping 20% every day? No. I don't see that happening at all. I don't see that happening at all. So, yeah, eventually we're going to hit a bottom. Eventually the buyers are going to step in and say, okay, these prices are just stupid. And then we're going to go back up. When is that going to happen? I don't know. But I think we're really close because we're starting to, there's volatility coming in, right? Price action is starting. Look, you could already see buyers stepping in down here at $9 for Chainlink. See that wick on the bottom there? That wick on the bottom, that's buyers coming in to buy these prices. So you got to ask yourself, who's buying and who's selling right now? Who's buying and who's selling? Do you think the smart money's selling down here? The billionaires, the people who control the markets, the market makers? Or do you think it's retail selling? Okay, I think it's retail. I think it's people panicking and right, all the bears are beating their chests again, singing Kumbaya, which is great. You guys are right in the short term. Congrats. Congrats. But just understand, these signals are for 1 to 6 months out. These are not day trades. Okay, these are not, right, this is not a 2-week trade. This is a 1 to 6 month trade. So talk to us in June, July. Let us know where we're at then, and we can discuss whether these signals were correct or wrong. Okay, because I don't see these prices going any lower, and if they do, I mean, we'll go shovel some driveways, right? we'll go figure something out. Okay? Because again, I'm buying assets that I believe that are going to be around forever because of their technology and their utility. Okay, if the stock of Apple goes down 50% tomorrow, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if Apple goes down 50% tomorrow? Okay, down here to 160. What would you do? Would you panic sell all your shares that you bought? I would hope not. I would hope you'd be figuring out ways to buy more. Find money or go work for money or go find a way to buy more assets right down at those prices, right? The lowest prices you've gotten in a long time. Time to buy Apple was right here in April when everyone was scared. Okay, that was at $78. It went all the way up to $280. That was a huge trade for you last year. Just subbed. Appreciate you. Hey, another 17 likes here for a 100 XRP giveaway. We got 211 people on the live. 16 likes on the video. 16 more likes. If we can get the 150 here on the stream, I will do a 100 XRP giveaway. So smash the like if you guys want some free XRP. You guys could go buy the dip with it. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, we could gap up on Monday. We totally could. There could be a gap up on Monday. And if it gaps up, guess what? Look at all the long positions I got. These are all positions I'm holding. Okay, I am long on all these names here. So Monday will be interesting because I might cut some of these positions that I don't want anymore, that I'm just tired of, like GoodRx and Snapchat, right? All these names that I don't really care about. I could sell all of them and I could go rotate those into Chainlink, something better. So one thing about taxes too is if you cut, so say I did sell my Uniswap at a loss. I think I bought this at like $5. It's down like $1 right now. I think I bought it right here on December 22nd at around $5.20. And it's at $3. So what I could do is I could sell my Uniswap, which I'm not going to do, and I could take a loss, right? That'll record as a loss on my taxes, right? It'll record as a loss, and I can take that money and I could put it into Link. And then when Link goes back up to 12, it will offset, right? So this will be recorded as a whatever. It could be like a $5,000 loss, okay? And then when Chainlink goes back up to 12 or whatever, if it goes back to 30 and I sell it, I can write that $5,000 off, okay? And it will take away from my gain in Chainlink. I don't know if that makes sense. It's really hard. Taxes are very hard. There's definitely tricks. But like if I'm going to sell something at a loss, it records as a loss on the brokerage, right? Okay, and if I take the money after I sell it, right? If I put in 10 and say I lost 5, I could take the $5,000 I got from selling, put it in something else. It's going to record as a loss. And then if I make $10,000 on Link going up, it only records as a $5,000 gain, even though it technically is $10,000. So I'm writing off that $5,000 loss, and it's cutting into my gains, and I can write it off on my taxes. It's weird. I don't like talking about taxes because I'm not a CPA, but that is just something, a tax strategy that you could use in stocks and cryptocurrencies. If you don't like a position, if you're tired of it, if it's going down and it's at a loss, you could cut the loss, take the money that you have in the asset, and go buy something else that you like more, and you know, you're writing off that loss, but then you're getting your money back when that other asset goes up. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm holding that Bitcoin short. We took that short on Friday's stream. I think that's going to pay. I think it's going to do very well. If Bitcoin comes down to 60, I'm not going to be mad because again, we're positioned. We hedged on Friday. Okay, we got that signal on last Sunday. It didn't go away. So what did we do on Friday? We took a put. We traded a put. And again, if you guys don't know what puts and calls are, I have a free. Or it's not free, but it's an options course over here. Okay, I don't charge for the trading course or the DeFi course, but the options course. That is more advanced stuff. I don't want just beginners getting into options because options are very risky. It is more of an advanced thing to learn in the markets. If you're brand new, it's not for you. I mean, you could take it if you want, but the options course is just very advanced. Trading options is advanced. But the cool thing about options is you can make money by stuff going down, right? When markets go down, you can make money to the downside. So it'll be interesting. Yep, like Kingdom said, if you lost 30K and then you gain 60, you're only taxed on 30 because that 30,000 to the downside was written off as a loss, and then you made 60 when it went back up. Okay, you can't sell something and then rebuy it. I don't think that's the rule. I think you can do it in crypto, but like for example, If I was down, let's just say I was down $5,000 on Uniswap. I put in 10,000, it went down 50%. I lost 5,000. Okay, and I took the remaining 5,000, I put it into Chainlink. Chainlink goes up 200%. I'm up 10,000. But I'm only going to be taxed on the 5,000 because, again, the other 5,000 was written off as a loss, and then the other 5,000 is what I'm taxed on. So I made 10,000, but was able to write off 5 from the loss that I had in Uniswap, and now I'm only taxed on the 5,000. 160 likes on the video. Let's go, baby. Let's run it, baby. Let's get it, dude. 100 XRP giveaway, dude. I'm gonna do the XRP giveaway over here in the Discord, just because it's easier. So I will do this here. We will give you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a day to enter this in case you guys are watching the replay here. So I'm gonna do /G create. We're gonna do a 100 XRP giveaway. Oop, maybe not. What? What? /G create starts a giveaway. This has never not worked before. We might have to figure out another way. Ah, that sucks. All right, we'll have to do a number drawing. So I'll give away 100 XRP. If we can get another 150 likes, I'll do an additional 100 XRP. If we get to 300 on stream. See, this is why I love the market, baby. People are awake again. People are awake. What up? Good to see you guys, man. This is probably a record number for live people today. I love it. I love it. Let's give away 100 XRP here. Okay, let's do it. Let's freaking do it here, dude. So I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway real quick for you guys. 1 second here. I normally do it over in the Discord, but it's not working right now for some weird reason. But let me see. We're going to do Nightbot, so we're going to do a number. We're going to do a number. Hold on here. I really wanted to do it in the Discord because I really like chatting with you guys on days like today, man. Let's try it one more time. Man, that's never not worked before. I've been doing this for 5 years and it's never not worked before. That's really weird. That's really weird. So give me 1 sec here. Let me figure out this Nightbot thing. I kind of forgot how to do it on the live chat, but give me a sec. I don't even know how to log into this. I just got a new computer, so everything's screwed up right now, guys. Maybe we're going to have to do it on... we might have to do it on Twitter, honestly. I just got a new computer 2 days ago, so I'm having a lot of... I went from a Mac to a Windows just because it's easier to stream. But let's go ahead and do it over here. Let's see. 100 XRP giveaway. Drop. I don't want to do it on Twitter either, dude. Why won't this work? Can somebody diagnose this for me? /G. I wonder if here, let me try something else real quick. I don't want to do it on Twitter either, man. I just... Give me a sec here. Let me try to exit out of Discord. And let me see if I reopen it, if that's going to change anything here. /G create. Come on. Yeah, it worked. What up, baby? What up? Duration, we're going to do 1 day. I'm going to give you guys 1 day to do this. So the winner will be picked tomorrow. There's going to be one winner. We'll do another one if we can get this video to 300 likes on the stream. 100 XRP giveaway. Enter to win 100 XRP. Oh yeah, it's tap the... It is a celebration emoji to enter. So you guys got 24 hours. If you guys are watching this replay, you guys can go enter for this. I'll show you how to do it here. Oh, it's saying it needs to be at least 1 day. 1 day. You know what? We'll do it on Monday just because I don't stream on Sundays. So we'll do 2 days. There's going to be one winner, 100 XRP giveaway. Enter to win 100 XRP. Tap the emoji to enter. So I'm going to submit that. Okay. And now that giveaway is live. So all you guys have to do is click this emoji. You can see people are already entering over here. All you got to do is click that emoji right there, and that enters you into the giveaway. Okay. So I'm going to unclick it just because I don't want to win. I don't want to beat you guys. I'm kidding. But that's how you do it. Just click on that emoji. That's in the giveaways tab here. If you guys are not in the Discord, I will post a link right now, and you guys can join up. Yeah, you got to be a member of the Discord to enter the giveaways. Down here, it's $4 a month. If you can't afford $4 a month, I don't know what to tell you, but we now have close to around 4,000 members in the Discord now. So that's over here in the giveaways tab. You guys can go enter that. The Discord's free to join, though. You don't have to be a member if you don't want to. There's a lot of free content over there, like the free course, right? Pretty much all the resources that we use here. But the membership is going to get you access to all the trade alerts, the weekly watch list, the 24/7 trade support, the advanced analysis, the member chat, the research tools, the chart requests, the giveaways, and more. All you guys got to do is click on this link right here. It'll upgrade your account once you sign up, and you'll have access to all the members area, all the trade alerts, everything that we offer there in the Discord. Again, it's $4 a month, less than a Starbucks coffee a month right there if you guys pay for the year. So thank you, Nightbot. What else we got? You guys got any more requests? I just wanted to hop on here and just give you guys my 2 cents on what's happening. Again, this is what the market does. The market surprises you sometimes, and you just have to control how you react. That's all we can do. We can control how we react to the situations. That's it. Why do you like Link over ETH right now? Well, because Ethereum is a let's just check the market cap. So Ethereum, where'd Bitcoin go? Oh, it's trending. I'm like, what the oh. So Ethereum is a $290 billion market cap. So that means there's $290 billion tied up in Ethereum, right? $290 billion is a lot of money. Chainlink has almost just under 7 billion. So if Chainlink ever catches Ethereum in market cap, which I don't know if it ever will or not, it would be a 30 to 40x trade. Okay, if it ever got to the same amount of market cap. And I think Chainlink has a lot more utility than Ethereum. If you do research on the project, all this stuff they're doing with stablecoins and the governments and things like that, it all needs Chainlink's technology. So in my opinion, buying Chainlink down here is like buying NVIDIA at like $10. I mean, that's just my opinion. Based on the research I've done, I think this asset is very undervalued, and that is why it is my largest position. Okay, and I am excited, right? My position's down 20-25% right now, and I'm not panicking. I got a smile on my face right now, folks. Okay, because normally what happens is there's a big dip like this, and then what happens? The buyers step in, they suck it back up. We might go sideways for a little longer, and then the big move happens again. The liquidation event is happening right now. You're seeing people get liquidated. You're seeing the longs get liquidated down here. Okay, eventually we're going to have a bounce. We might go sideways, and then eventually we're going to come back up here. I don't know when we're going to be back up here, right? I don't know when this wave is coming back up here. I can't tell you for sure. Okay, my general time frame for that is 1 to 6 months. Okay, that is my general time frame, 1 to 6. And look at the buyers right here. Look at that wick. Okay, we hit 9. Why did it bounce at 9? Because they use limit orders, dude. They're limit orders. Boom. It bounced exactly at 9, dude. Exactly at $9. So that tells you there's a big fat stack of buyers right here. Okay, they just bought up all the people panic selling. Everyone panic selling today, running for the hills, right? Doesn't know what to do. Okay, the smart money's buying. Okay, these guys are buying today. They're smiling like you and I right now. Okay, they're just yippee-ki-yay. Okay, because again, they can't buy unless you sell. So if I go sell all my Chainlink right now, who's going to buy it? These guys. These dickheads. Okay? That's why I'm not selling. I'm not going to give it to them. Okay? I don't want them to have it. I want my Chainlink, right? I believe in the asset long term. It wasn't a short-term trade going into it. Okay? What are we going to do? We're going to hold the line, dude. We are going to hold the line. Okay? This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die. Earn the shields. Earn it. Okay? You're never going to earn it if you panic right now. You're never going to earn it if you're panic selling on every red day we get. It'll never happen. Cardano. Why do people like Cardano? Can someone tell me why someone likes Cardano? Okay, I told you guys on the stream, this could come down to like 20 cents. 20 cents. What I would wait for is a green dot. Okay, 20 cents was the low back here in 2023. That's the lowest it's ever been, is 20 cents. So if you want to sell down here at an all-time low, be my guest. Okay, because eventually this will come. I don't know if it'll come on ADA. I don't know anything about ADA. But hopefully you know what it is and you know what it does and you believe in it. Okay, but right now down here, we should be just thinking buy. Okay, I'd be looking for another green dot there. XRP bouncing on the hourly is another crypto. Yeah, everything looks like it's getting some bids here. Again, Link was all the way down at 9. It's all the way back up to 10. So if you bought it at 9, you're already up 10% from buying it at 9. So again, I don't know where we're going to bounce. I don't know if these are the lows or if we're going to have more lows next week. Again, all we're doing right now is watching for the signal. I can sit here and I can guess, but guessing gets you nowhere. Okay, we think logically, we go off the data. The green dot means up, the red dot means down. Again, Chainlink gave a red dot last week. So again, you should have been prepared for something. This should not be unexpected to you, okay? Because you got a red dot right there. So again, have a plan on the green and the red dots, okay? But ideally, with the red dots, we only want to sell up here, okay? If it goes lower, we just want to look to buy more. Security is top notch with ADA, Jeff says. Interesting. I just haven't done my research. I know it's one of those coins that that Trump's going to put into the strategic reserve. I would love for him to come out and say, hey, no tax on crypto on Monday and save this entire market. I mean, that would just be lovely, wouldn't it? He said he was going to do it. He said no tax on crypto. That would be insane. That would break the market. It would go so high you wouldn't even know what to do. If I wasn't having to pay 20% tax on everything I make in crypto, that'd be insane. Okay, and if institutional investors did the same thing, yeah, I mean, it's going to be wild. HIMS, I got a request for HIMS in the chat here. So I bought HIMS around 30. I told you guys I was going to buy this at 30, and if it dropped to 20, I was going to buy more. So it'll be really interesting to see where we open up on Monday. If we gap down, okay, I am going to be prepared to buy. Okay, $20 is my next buy target for HIMS. I'm down pretty good on the position that I bought because we played the leveraged stock. So we're down, but we don't overposition in stocks, right? Especially if we're trading with leverage. We take small bites, and if it keeps going down, right, I'm looking to average down on HIMS on the next green dot. I think that next green dot will absolutely print. If it comes down to 20, though, I'll put a limit order at 20, and I will definitely be buying more HIMS at 20. That one's on my portfolio, in my portfolio. Do you think stock will go down this week? Yeah, probably. I mean, if I'm going to guess, yeah. But we just have to wait and see. And again, we're positioned both ways. Like, we're making money to the downside and the upside. So I kind of hope things go down on Monday. I hope we get a big liquidation event. And again, I got a big position on SOXS. So if NVIDIA and all those names start to gap down and go down, I'm going to make a ton of money on this short. And guess what I'm going to do when it bottoms? Or when it tops? I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to go buy names and hedge back to the upside. I mean, that's called hedging the market. So, again, we took that short on Friday's live on Bitcoin, on iBit. So if iBit comes down here to 40, I'm going to cash out that put, and then I'm going to go buy something like Chainlink and then ride that all the way back up. That's interesting, Jeff. Praying for a bailout? Nah, no, I don't need a bailout. We don't need bailouts. Okay, if you're worried today, you're thinking too short term. Again, April last year. You guys remember April last year? Everybody was freaking out. Everybody was panicking. Oh my God, Trump's putting tariffs on China. It's all over. The world's ending, right? Everything's going to zero. Well, if you would have ignored all that noise and just bought, okay, you would have made a ton of money last year. Okay, I like when people are scared. I like when people are not having a good time. Okay, because that's when you want to be buying, right? Robinhood came all the way down here to $30 back in April. Okay, it went from 30 all the way up to 150. This is where everyone's talking about Robinhood. Should I buy Robinhood up here? Do you think it's a good time to buy Robinhood still? No. Why is it not a good time to buy Robinhood? Because the wave's way up here. Okay, now that it's coming down, great. I'm actually going to add Robinhood into our watch list because it's now down below that white line. Okay, if the wave is down here below the white line on the weekly, that's where we want to buy. That's where we want to own assets. Okay, I'm not saying buy it right here at 100 because, again, if we gap down to 60 or something next week, okay, we just want to wait for the signal. The signal is our confirmation that the bottom is in. Okay, we can always go lower. Okay, but the signal, this is just saying, hey, this is a potential bottom. This is not, hey, buy it here at 30 and tomorrow you're going to wake up and it's going to be up here at 150. No, these moves take time, right? That came in April, okay, and it went all the way up to 150 in October. So you got April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That was a 7-month hold. If you held for 7 months in April, okay, from 40 up to 150, you made almost 300% on your trade. These are not day trades. These are not short-term signals. These are 1 to 6 month swing trades, okay? And you might have to wait 7 months. You might have to wait 8 months, okay? 1 to 6 month is just a general time frame, folks. And again, as long as you're buying good quality assets that you believe are going higher over time, you should have nothing to worry about. You should be smiling on days like today, okay? It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to sit on your hands and do nothing. And you're seeing, right, buyers are already starting to step in. Look at these hourly charts. Buyers are stepping in right now, folks. There's buyers saying, nope, $9 looks too good. Okay, I'm sorry, but if anyone's selling right now is just not smart. It's just not smart to sell down here. It's just the way it is. Look at it. I mean, everything tells you it's not a good time to sell. The indicators, okay, look at the fear and greed index. Where's it at? What does that say? What does that say right there? What does it say? Does Warren Buffett say sell when people are or buy or sell when people are fearful? No, he doesn't. Okay, and I'm not saying Warren Buffett knows everything, but his logic, the logic behind what he says makes sense, right? It doesn't make sense to panic down here. Okay, when that says fear, when it says greed, extreme greed or greed, that's when you want to take some profits. Okay, but down here, you should be licking your chops. You don't have to stare at the screen all day. You can go outside, touch the grass, roll around in it, all right? Go play fetch or call your family, do something, right? Today is not the day we're selling. Today is we're still in planting season. Okay, it's going to take 1 to 6 months. It's going to be June, July before we should be thinking about selling. Could be sooner, could be May. Okay, but up here is where we're going to be taking profits. We're not taking profits down here because we're not in profit. And again, it ain't going to matter if you bought something at 12 or 10 if it goes back to 30. You're not going to care. You're not going to care. Don't need no indicator, he says. Good for you, man. If you got a strategy that's better, feel free to share. If you got a strategy that works better, feel free to share, man. Would love to hear it, man. It's an open forum here. Shorted silver and Bitcoin over the past week. Damn charts suck. Yep. Pretty much, Bobby. It sucks in the short term, but success sucks, right? Everyone thinks getting success is easy and it's just all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, success sucks. You have to do sucky things sometimes to get it. And a lot of people just don't want to struggle in life. A lot of people don't want to go through the struggle to get to right prosperity. Right? The Bible talks about times of famine and times of prosperity. Think about the story of Joseph, right? Joseph got sold into slavery by his own brothers. He went to prison for years and years and worked as a slave. Right? He was in prosperity, but then he went to Pharaoh. He became Pharaoh's second-hand man. God put him in that situation for a reason, to save the same people that sold him into slavery. Okay, he was the person in Egypt before that 7 years of famine that God was saying, hey, store up your grain. Store up your grain because famine is coming. Okay, he was storing up grain, and then when famine hit, he had all that grain, and he saved his brothers and his father from losing everything because he was storing up in times of famine, right? He was getting prepared for the times of famine, okay? And then prosperity came and bada bing, bada boom, okay? Everything was good. Oh, Alexa just said someone's at my door. I think I'm going to leave it there today, folks. You guys tune in on Monday. Monday, I'm going to go over my portfolio. We'll take a look at these prices on Monday. Make sure you guys go enter for that Make sure you guys go enter for that giveaway, that XRP giveaway, if you guys want to enter for that. The winner's going to be drawn on the 2nd, so tune in for that over there in the giveaways tab here. I'll post this invite here right now in the chat so you guys can take it. New monthly signals will probably come sometime between, I don't know, I can't predict, because again, I'll say February and it won't come in February and it'll come in March, and then people will be at my throat. But they're going to come when they come, right? I think it's going to come anytime between February and April. I think you'll see the monthly dots. Again, that's just my prediction. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but that's what I'm looking at. And a lot of those monthly charts are very beaten up. So with that being said, guys, God bless you. If you guys need me, I'll be active over here in the Discord the rest of the weekend. We'll be live again on Monday. Tune in. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Check out the Discord. The Discord's a great place to be. That just allows us to stay connected when we're offline here on YouTube. So thanks for showing up today. Thanks for liking the video. 188 likes on the live is the most we've ever gotten. So God bless you guys. We'll see you guys on Monday. If you need me, hit me up in the Discord. Have a great rest of the weekend. Peace.